Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Skytear. Welcome to yet another game here as we now present the Ashen Pass round game of Ian versus Turbocolor. I am your host, the Commander, reporting in for duty, joined by the Master of the Nooptons himself, Mikhael.
Master of the Noop... Hi everyone. Happy to be here. Master of the Nooptons?
Just run with it. I couldn't come up with a better intro, man. Support the caster.
Okay. all right. That's me. That's me. Happy to be here.
Please don't try to sound so insincere about it.
No, I am. I'm happy to be here.
I know you are, but you're not selling the whole Master of Noopton thing for me.
No, that's going to be a hard sell for me because reasons.
It's fair. All right, so as we mentioned, we are down here in the losers bracket, but neither player out of the tournament yet. So Ian has gone and begun the draft here. You see that Ian did elect to go second during the initial coin flip. And so as a result, Turbocolor, who is at the top of our screen, has gone first, drafted Miyuki. Ian then responded with Freyhill and Shillavi. Turbocolor then responded again with Yami Sakoshi. And finally, Ian brings Brilvar onto the field with Korjoff in the reserve and Kichi in the reserve for Turbocolor. Our victory conditions for this game: Tactician, win the lead of a control token 6 times, and the Tamer, defeat enemy heroes using the Outsider twice. And we do have the original classic Outsider for Davide, also called Turbocolor, and Ian bringing the Terror of the Endless Night.
This is going to be a fun little, I'm going to use the word classic, even though classic's not the right word for it, classic red versus blue matchup, where we've got a red aggressive list and a blue, I think, aggressive?
Well,
Hold on.
let's see.
Let me check. Check.
With Freyhill, Brilvar, Korjoff, and Shillavi being brought by Ian, Ian will be supplying Snowblinds, Chasms, Sudden Distraction, Ice Wall, Nightmare Incarnate, Presence, Sinkholes, Nourishes, Sacrifice, Nightmares Incarnate, more Nightmares Incarnate, Charm, Through the Eyes, Strength of the Pact, and a Snowblind from his heroes. And
RG, one of these days I'm going to show you how to create just a list of all the cards without having to repeat them.
I know how to, but I just didn't get it set up in time. Is the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
There's the stats and stimulation thing I think you can do.
Yep. Stats and stimulations.
Yeah. I just didn't have time to set it up, unfortunately, so I'm just kind of reading off the main list here. And then so from Turbocolor, as a result here with Yami, Miyuki, Sakoshi, and Kichi coming on the field, we have Strike Terror, Decree of Karumo, Doom, Release the Spirits, Redirect, Dragon Punches, Exhaustion, Soul Screams, Hurricane Strikes, and Unstoppables.
This is going to be a fun little matchup, I think.
Yes.
Especially with the heroes. Both players have elected to put their mages on the bench. Both players have arguably brokenly powerful heroes on their side of the board.
Yep.
And both players are, well, one of them is running a very familiar composition. The other one is running a sort of unfamiliar, I was not quite expecting Sakoshi, but I don't disagree with it here.
Why were you not anticipating it? What threw you for the loop?
On Sakoshi?
Yes.
I'm just not used to seeing him.
Fair enough.
It's just the thing.
Fair enough.
Miyuki also seems a bit out of... Miyuki actually seems a bit out of place. Sakoshi seems like a good play. Miyuki seems out of place, though.
Okay, well, Miyuki gonna charge right in.
That she is.
Yeah, normally you're right. Normally Miyuki is seen from aggressive decks. We saw on the streamed game from round 1, Bearcat used Miyuki to pretty strong effect there, neutering Akimo's attack actions a lot. But in this case, I don't know that Ian's going to do as many attack flips. Ooh.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm expecting is that... that's true, though. That's true. Miyuki does slow folks with her worship ability, and that makes things very, very difficult to deal with on Ashen, as I've experienced and caused the experience of myself.
Indeed. So we did see that the worship action did go off onto Brilvar, so Brilvar is now marked and slowed. Brilvar usually likes to go into that center hex there to protect the 3 minions with a safeguard card, something of that nature, but in this situation, Brilvar not going to be able to do that. The best he'll be able to do potentially is hobble his way into the dome. So with that...
I think what we're going to see here is, yeah, he's not hobbling anywhere. He is just standing right on the edge of the minion wave, vigilant.
So in this situation, looks like Ian might go for a bit of a tactician play here. Might try to go for a 2-3 lead here. It's usually difficult to seize both domes and the lane in round 1, get a triple victory round 1, just because everyone still has their heroes' resources available to them. But it is certainly possible that Ian can go get his own dome in dome number 2, activate and mess around with a little bit of Turbocolor's heroes before the Classic Outsider activates, and then set himself up for a potential 3 control victory win in round 2. But we'll see what happens here.
That would not surprise me, coming from the Blue Terror himself.
See, we've got the Nupton Master, the Blue Terror. Like, we're going to turn this into everyone has a title and nickname. Like, we're just no longer going to know people by their usernames. We're going to know them by their titles. Yeah, man, I just lost against the Yellow Nupton Master. Oh, well, I got killed off by the Blue Terror. God. And then we've got all these new people in the chat, and they're like, who are any of these people? I don't know these people. And then we have to slam them with an encyclopedia. Here, read this. This will tell you everyone's title, how they earned it, their history. Learn it. There's a quiz on Friday.
There's a quiz on Friday? No, I'm busy Friday.
Well, then you fail. No makeups.
Ah, damn. Does that mean I don't make it into the World Finals?
No, not winning any qualifiers or having enough shards means you don't make it into the World Finals.
Oh, well. Okay. That makes sense.
All right, meanwhile, we do see Sakoshi activating here. Back to the game. Sakoshi going to go ahead with a move, attack the minion action. Will he? No, he can't. He can't worship against Brilvar to potentially flip.
He can't worship against Brilvar. Yeah, he's. It's got to be like either a skirmish or.
Leading seems pointless because Miyuki already led. I feel skirmish.
Yeah, so it's got to be like a skirmish, right?
There it is. Yep, good call. Skirmish into dome, I assume, to get some presence in dome number 3.
I would hope so.
But as we know, hope is no basis for planning. Oh. Is he going to flip against Brilvar on his way into the dome? That seems rather inefficient, because Brilvar has 2 armor, so unless you flip a +3, this does nothing.
Yeah, and even a +3, like, you don't want to flip a +3 here.
No, you don't, because your +3s would be either a Psychic Shield or your ultimate. Okay, we're just...
Yep.
Okay.
No, he's just flipping.
I mean, maybe also, you want to cycle your
strike.
Deck. What? Did I miss that somehow? No, we said Hurricane Strike. Okay. That is the first time I have ever seen that card in a deck. That is amazing.
Really?
I mean, I've never seen, to be fair, I don't play a whole bunch of yellow that much, but yeah, I've never seen anyone actually play Hurricane Strike. Interesting. Okay, well. We'll talk about Hurricane Strike if it comes up, but that is interesting to see that he has that.
That is very interesting. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it.
Based on what I know about you and when you respond like that, I'm guessing the answer is you don't really like it.
I'm not a fan of Hurricane Strike personally. It's true.
It's fair.
But I've also never seen anyone incorporate it usefully in a deck.
That's fair.
and I'm not gonna knock it.
That's fair.
So we see a move, an attack,
Ooh.
and then a skirmish, probably into the dome from Shillaby.
Yep.
That 2 is going to go straight to Sakoshi's face because he
unlike
has
Brovar-
0 armor.
Yep. Unlike Brovar, Sakoshi is wearing the T-shirt that he got to gym class and a pair of comfy shorts.
T-shirt. But oh my gosh,
Is it a toga? Have I just made something like culturally insensitive to the Kuruma squad here?
no, I think that's fine. That's just funny.
I mean, if you look at his model, he's got like this white undershirt and then he's got a blue with red banded T-shirt on, man. Like, I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. So it looks like Yami is foregoing moving over any of the minions and worshipping onto Shillaby instead.
Interesting. Okay. But this will at least allow
Very
him to contest
interesting.
the dome, so he can then go ahead and lead in the dome, get an action there. So, interestingly enough now, Freyhill can't actually make it into the dome with that positioning, as she is not able to get fast. So in this case, if Turbocolor does lead, then, okay, there's the lead action, good. So in this situation, he will win lane number 3. He does not need to lead from the hand because Shillaby only provides 1 value and cannot be aided by Freyhill. So we're going to see Freyhill do something, potentially move, attack a minion, and then go into the dome.
And that will ensure that lane 1 ties as
Yes.
long as both players led with a 3.
Correct.
Interesting point of note, though, is that the outsider can only spawn in 1 of 2 locations now as a result of that worship.
Oh no.
Yep.
If
yeah.
Bearcat spawns first, if Bearcat spawns it next to Sakoshi, the outsider doesn't spawn at all.
It's not Bearcat. It's
I'm sorry, not Bearcat.
Pastor
That's
Ian.
last. Whoops. Oh boy, I can't believe I just did that. I'm sorry. Thank you. At least someone's paying attention to who we're actually casting, because I certainly am not.
Yeah, if Pastor Ian places the bear correctly, or not necessarily correctly,
No,
even
this
though
would be
it could
correctly.
probably be
In that
correctly,
Case, in that case, I would say
then
correctly.
I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of that because that's
Amazing?
that's bonkers.
That's amazing, is what
That
it is.
is amusing.
But,
That's amusing, mostly.
I mean, probably not to Turbocolor, but definitely to us.
Yes, definitely to us.
So yeah, but no, in this case, I would agree that what you said first was correct. Placing the bear there is correct because A, you're next to Sakoshi, which means you can proceed to maul him without wasting actions. But more importantly, you stop the outsider from spawning. Like, the outsider can not spawn, which means that, yes, Turbocolor does get the tactician point, but he doesn't get to use the outsider, which is kind of big. All right, so
Yeah,
Ian,
that's really big.
Ian, okay. I was going to say, Ian, very good. Ian, there is one place that you put the bear, and the answer is right there. So now, as we know, on the Ashen Pass, second dome spawns their outsider, third dome spawns their outsider, second dome activates, third dome activates, except here's the problem. Outsider can't spawn, which means we skip that straight to dome number 2 activates. So, at this time, let's go ahead and review what the Terror of the Endless Night's abilities are here. So, as we've mentioned, Terror of the Endless Night must spawn in a cover hex. He has 3 abilities. Nightmarish Roar, as you can see there, hitting 3 in front of him. Push each hero 1 hex, apply a slow. Dreadful Majesty, place the target hero adjacent to the Terror of the Endless Night and apply a disarm to them. And then finally, Bloodlust, where you apply Frenzy to the target adjacent friendly hero.
That is very unfortunate positioning for Sakoshi.
Yes. So in this situation,
what's funny?
here, oh, go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is what's funny is if he had just skirmished into the dome instead of staying in the cover hex like
Yes.
that, he would have. Well, no, he still wouldn't have been able to. Well, he might have been able to spawn the outsider. It would have been easier to spawn the outsider.
If Sakoshi went into the dome, then probably, because Sakoshi would probably either be where Shillaby is or in the cover hex.
But it absolutely would have freed Yami
Yes.
up to kill off a couple more minions, potentially move into Dome 2 and contest that.
All right. But unfortunately, so again, we've mentioned positioning is everything. There are three things that matter the most in Skytear: math, positioning, and time zones.
I was expecting something funny on the third one, but I was not expecting time zones. That's fantastic.
There we go. And so here's the question now to you, Michael. How is not Bearcat? Son of a gun! I did it again. How is Ian? Ian is playing.
Oh,
Bearcat is asking. Oh, question.
Looks like Ian messaged me about Turbocolor wanting a ruling on not being able to place the outsider.
Yes.
So
the ruling is that if the outsider cannot be spawned, then so the outsider, if the outsider cannot be spawned appropriately according to its rules, it must stay where it is. If it has not been spawned, it does not spawn.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and
that is
relay that to them.
Yep. That is the ruling here. It is kind of unfortunate here for Turbocolor, but that was ruled long ago by the rules master himself, Tape, which is that if the outsider cannot be spawned according to its spawn conditions, it must stay exactly where it is. If it has not entered the field at all, it doesn't spawn. So unfortunately, Turbocolor does not get an outsider activation. He does get one tactician point, however, but he does not get to use the outsider spawn. In the meantime here, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the fantasy results, because we have had one round completed here. So for the fantasy, our leaderboard right now, we have Clinton in first place with 68 points, Victor in second place with 61 points, Paka in third place with 60, Timbun in fourth place with 91, Kilo Mike, with 52 points in fifth place. Corrido and Julius Caesar are tied at 50 points there for sixth place, followed by Red Scare Emergency 9 at 47 points down there, and then the rest are at 46 or below. All right, so first action here, we are going to skirmish. So the Terror Bear is going to deal a little bit of damage to Sakoshi there, move into the dome. Interesting that he didn't attack Sakoshi at this point. We are going to use the Move and Disarm, the Dreadful Majesty ability from the Terror on Yami. I thought he would use it on Sakoshi since Sakoshi is a marksman, but we're going to use that to reposition Yami. And then we're actually going to push Yami using the Nightmarish Roar. We're going to push Yami and Sakoshi there. So interesting that we didn't actually use the Bloodlust ability. I thought we would use that to get an easy kill on Shilovy in round 2. An easy kill from Shilovy on Sakoshi in round 2, as that would give her 4 plus 2 card flips and almost certainly guarantee that Sakoshi dies. But instead, Ian has opted for a bit more of a control game here. Sakoshi, of course, only has 12 HP, so likely to still possibly die if Ian goes for him. And that's going to bring us to the end of round number 1.
And at the end of round 1, we did get our ruling. It turned out that Ricardo himself appeared to provide it as I entered the chat. So that was available to them. And it looks like Turbocolor is going to have to discard a card.
Yes, as you do have to discard down to 6 at the end of the round. And so he had 7, has to throw one of those away.
Yep. So at the end of first round, predictions for victory.
Well, both players are 1-1 on Tactician. The dome is tied. Only the bear is on the field. Nobody has Provoke the Beast. I got nothing. In conclusion, I've got nothing.
So, with the damage on heroes as it is, and the current minion counts, and the spread of heroes, what I'm expecting is Tactician
Okay.
at the end of round 4.
Tactician round 4. All right, makes sense. Yeah, because with 1-1, very unlikely that we get it at the end of round 3 unless we have a triple control here. Although, to be fair, if Sakoshi dies, he's getting replaced by Kichi pretty early. So it could be possible that Turbocolor just runs out of heroes and that Ian is able to take a triple control point at the end of round 3.
Yeah, that's always possible.
All right, but let's see what happens. So Sakoshi is going to go ahead and move. It looks like a skirmish here because as Sakoshi is slowed, he only gets to move 1 square with the move, or 1 hex with the move action. So we are going to skirmish. Targeting Shillavi. She is marked. Yeah. Okay, that's good. She is marked, so he does have line of sight to her. Good. All right, so 1 damage to Shillavi brings her down to 15 HP. And then possibly attack her? Yep. Going to attack her for 3++.
Wow.
All right, so good use of Sakoshi's passive, which lets him see any hero as long as they are marked. And of course, as long as he is within 3. So that's going to bring Shillavi down to 11.
That's surprising. I was actually expecting him to go for more of the minions.
Indeed, and we're going to worship as the final action here. So we are going to actually go for the minion as a result here. Sakoshi will get to flip on a minion after worshipping Brilvar. So, dead minion.
So minions in lane are now tied 3-3.
Yep.
Lane at the end of Sakoshi's activation is 5-4 in favor of Turbocolor.
Yes.
I had to remember his name because his name is not properly printed on his
player mat.
On his player mat. Yeah. Not because that's not the name that he came in with, but because that's not the name that he is in the Discord. So when we're talking about Turbocolor, we mean Davide the comedian.
Yes. Funny guy. Apparently.
I don't know. I've never seen his comedy.
I'm just guessing.
just throwing that out there.
That was the best thing ever. I was playing Scrabble with my family last night, and I came up with some like BS statistic. I can't remember what it was, but it was something like, yeah, there's like a 25% chance of this happening, blah blah blah. And I said this off the straight face, and so my dad goes, how do we know this? And I go, I don't. I just made it up. And he just glares at me across the table. He's like, if you would have let that sit there for a little bit, I would have just actually believed you. And I'm like, well, that's what you get for not fact-checking.
Yep. We all know that facts are not facts unless they're fact-checked.
It's true. Fake news all over the place. RG is spreading fake news.
Fake news.
It's true.
Fake news. Speaking of fake news, it looks like Freyel might be activating.
But that would be real news, because she actually is activating. Is it fake news if it's actually happening?
It's only fake news if he changes it. Yep. See? No, I told you.
There it is. I told you. I apologize for doubting you, sir. You were absolutely correct. I apologize.
So, Brilvar is going to activate here, and I imagine we can expect a move skirmish into the dome to trap Yami. Ooh. Is what I'm expecting.
Yes, because Yami is kind of slowed, and not kind of, she is slowed. So her movement is going to be a little bit compromised this round. So we'll see what happens. Then
again, oh no, we're starting off with a we're starting with a move.
Yep.
Oh, a skirmish. No, wait, what? Oh, Freyel is activating.
Yeah.
Whoa,
we got the double play.
They switched it up on us.
That should be illegal.
Okay, so Freyel is activating and skirmishing. Looks like she's going to be attacking Sakoshi, and yeah, it looks like it looks like Pastor Ian's out for blood.
Yeah, which is surprising because I think we called that Turbocolor's deck was going to be the aggressive one. But
it is just a little bit surprising, isn't it?
Such is life, I suppose. I mean, to be fair, though, Ian is playing the best hero as she is a melee... I'm sorry, not a melee. She is a DPS, maged, support, tank, healer. She does it all.
That's pretty... I actually would not give her the title of specialist.
Yeah.
But she's everything else, yes.
Yeah, because a specialist would imply, well, specialization.
Wait, what?
Okay, strength of the pack.
Strength of the pack for 6 damage on Sakoshi's going to drop him down to 2, and that is gross.
Yes. So strength of the pact, as you can see, you guys can see, Michael obviously cannot, but strength of the pact deals damage to a target enemy hero equal to the number of minions in their line of sight, both friendly and enemy minions. And so, as Michael said, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And unless Sakoshi has a dodge, which I don't think he runs here, he does not.
Nope, there is
no dodge. that's gonna be a Sakoshi at 2.
Okay, well, that means we are about to see a dead Sakoshi on the next hero activation.
Oh yeah, I wholly expect Brilvar's skirmish attack to finish that Sakoshi off.
Yes. Honestly, he might even not need the attack. If he skirmishes and hits a +2, well, to be fair, though, Ian does have a large number of +1s and 0s with this deck, so getting the +2 would be statistically unfavorable.
His average modifier is a +1, and he has 7 cards total that are a +2 or higher. So...
The other option, of course, is you can just send Shillavi over to maul him, and then do something else with her, but...
If you want to guarantee that damage, that it does... That's a good point. Brilvar and Shillavi both don't flip on their attacks on Sakoshi. Unless, of course, they have a charm.
Yes, because being marked and within 3 of Miyuki means that... your attack is reduced by 1, and you don't flip. So Shillavi would give the guaranteed kill there, whereas Brilvar would need to hit at least a +1 on the flip of the skirmish in order to then finish him off with the attack.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. If Miyuki had a Decree of Kurumo to throw onto Frail, then that Sakoshi would be less dead.
So you weren't able to watch the last game, obviously, because you were busy recording another game. Bearcat it is actually Bearcat this time, but Bearcat used Decree of Kurumo very effectively against Game Slayer. It was actually kind of hard to watch. Like, I felt bad for him. All right. Meanwhile, we do see Yami using a worship action. So this is one of the reasons why, you mentioned both players bringing kind of broken heroes. Obviously, for Ian, it was Freyhill. For Turbocolor, it was Yami. Because Yami doesn't really care about slow too much unless she's trying to walk through minions. Her worship ability just lets her teleport all over the place. And so she's not inhibited by slow as some other people might be.
She's the second worst character to throw slow onto.
Indeed. All right, we also see an attack action here. This is only going to do 1 damage as Yami is disarmed, so that'll cut her damage in half. Shillavi down to 9, though, so Shillavi's starting to get low.
Yep, and now we see Davide after that blood that Sakoshi's feeling right now.
Yes. All right. So Yami is going to lead as well.
Yep.
Probably wants to win the dome and actually get to use his outsider this time.
Would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that the game certainly would be in a much different state had the OG gotten a chance to activate.
Probably. One of the issues with bringing the large outsider, although important to note, he has line of sight to a large portion of the game board if he does spawn, which makes him ideal for players bringing Provoke the Beast, which Davide is not.
Indeed.
So we see there a skirmish hitting for 0, a lead, and probably an attack. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, a worship.
All
Why?
Right. Probably just to heal her? Oh, no, she's not within
Nope.
range of Frail. That's not right. Yeah, that... I am also so confused here. I'm drawing nothing.
Yeah,
Why would you...
The only thing I can think of is so that he can utilize her next round to
Dance of the Predator?
Oh, yeah, Dance of the Predator. That would be a thing. I didn't even think of that. I was thinking that he would kill off 2 minions, but if he has a Dance of the Predator in hand, that would be a fantastic reason to shapeshift round 2.
Right. Get yourself set up to play her ultimate. Of course, Shillavy's ultimate allows you to repeat the effect whenever you're shapeshifted. Oh, here we go. Skytear Flux going off, so we're going to reduce...
The Flux?
Oh! Is that a Soul Scream?
Those minions are gone.
Show me Soul Scream. So, as we can see here, Soul Scream deals 4 plus a flip to each enemy hit here, and so, obviously, we don't even need to worry about what the flip action is here. Those minions... toast.
Miyuki was just so heartbroken about all of the damage that Sakoshi was taking. She just screamed at all of the minions and they ran away. Strength of the pack?
Ooh.
What? No. Strength of the pack's not being played. Okay. This is her response to Strength of the Pack is to just shout at the how dare you attack Sakoshi. This is an outrage.
A scandal!
Go into the corner and think about what you've done.
Go into the bag. Or the... I guess it's not technically a bag. It's a giant statue that just spawns infinite numbers of the minion. But close enough. We're going to run with it.
Into the bag.
I don't know, man.
It works.
I appreciate you enabling my random rambling and nonsensical analogies.
I mean, you are the one that provides me with endless upon endless hours of pun related content.
Oh, thank you.
And so I am more than happy. Yeah, no, I love creating puns and hearing you groan. Like it's
you and half the community.
It is one of the reasons why I'm still around.
It's fair.
So we do see a lead from Miyuki
and a move
to finish.
No, we're on Ian's turn already. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Brilvar also not going to kill Sakoshi. Why are we leaving Sakoshi? We're leaving him alive for the Tamer. That's why. Okay. That makes sense. Because after all 3 of Turbocolor's heroes have activated, Ian can easily take Dome number 2 without contest.
Yep.
And unfortunately, let us all now offer a prayer for Sakoshi's soul as he is about to be ripped apart by a polar bear.
Yep. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, so the lane does get pushed up.
Yes.
In Davide's favor.
Yep, all the way to Ian's
bit.
tower. Yeah, all the way against Ian's tower, so that will give Davide 2 points on Tactician. Obviously, once we get to lane 3, he'll get a 3rd point. So Ian does need to be careful here now. If all of his minions disappear, Davide has 4 minions there, which means that Nexus Destruction is a possibility if Ian doesn't do some crowd control.
That's what we saw last game with me and Shane. We were watching Jack and Bones game, and Right Breach came out of nowhere from 4 minions and a lead because there were no minions to defend it.
Oh.
So we Korjov's ultimate used to save Dome 3, which means Dome 2 is once again going to be the only one that activates. There's the
Oh.
attack on the Sakoshi. And what's funny here is that Miyuki could have worshipped and made the polar bear not flip. Not necessarily that would have mattered. I don't think
It
actually.
wouldn't, no, because Sakoshi had 2 HP and Terror Bear does 3, so that wouldn't have helped, unfortunately. Good idea, though, because
So we do see Kichi come in, though.
Hey, Kichi. Unfortunately, we did see Curse of Years already discarded, which means we're not going to watch Kichi cut anybody's HP in half as we progress into the ultimate round. But it is what it is. We will see Kichi at least
it is.
do something there. All right, and the last one. Oh! Is he going? Oh, no, he's going to shout at Miyuki. So the Terror Bear here going to show Miyuki that she is not the only one that has a very loud voice. Unfortunately, his scream doesn't actually deal damage, but it does make her back away, and she is now slow as she has fallen over and hurt her hip.
She's fallen and can't get up.
Oh my god, that is an old reference. Oh my, I love it.
Needs that life alert. It's that's what we're calling time glitch now, is life alert.
Are you sure we're not going to get hit by like copyright infringement? Because I don't want to have like.
As long as this video doesn't show up when you search life alert, I think we're going to be okay.
That's fair. I mean, to be fair, I think I mentioned this one time when we were streaming a game, but when Games Done Quick was doing one of their marathons a couple years ago, one of the featured games was Final Fantasy IX, and somehow one of the commentators made a comment about Eiffel 65, and then the speedrun of Final Fantasy IX is about 8 or so hours long, and so there was like 6 hours where there was just constant Eiffel 65 references, and the point one of the people actually said, by the way, Final Fantasy IX and Eiffel 65 are currently a trending pair in the search terms.
Oh my gosh, I have not listened to Eiffel 65 in a long time.
I know, like 20 years since when they were popular. Back when we were young lads.
Oh, to be young again. And also a robot.
And blue.
And Ian blue.
Ian is blue. So, no, I'm not going to do it. No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Michael, say something about the game. We're not going there.
The blue terror. So, we're going back to the game. It looks like we have reset and drawn, and both players are up to 6 cards. No one's discarding. Kichi is on the board, and it is Davide's activation first.
Looks like it.
Shalabi is the closest to death of any of the heroes. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that killing her is a good idea.
Agreed. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, because then you bring in Korjoff, and Korjoff is a mage and does all sorts of magey things to your armor people. Plus, also, we saw Featherstorm last turn as the lead action to protect the dome, as you mentioned, so we won't have to worry about Featherstorm. All right, well, we're going to see Old Man Kichi come out first. Let's see what Kichi can do here. So Kichi is going to go ahead and move into the... all right, we're just going to kill Shillavi. Okay.
That's. I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised at a. Ooh,
we have a card. We have Release the Spirits. So this is going to neuter that plan there. So let's see. Release the Spirits, one of the new cards. Go ahead.
Okay, is just going to let it happen. Okay. Yep. He's just going to let it happen.
So as we can see here, Release the Spirits, remove all conditions from each hero hit, and then these heroes cannot gain conditions for the rest of this activation. And as you can see down in the lower right corner, it is a breath effect, which means that that Kichi is able to hit Shillavi, but not Yami. Not that really matters, because Yami doesn't have official stats, but
it does mean, however, that if Kichi does worship, he's not going to be able to tag
marker, correct.
Shillabi. Not that we care, because we're skirmishing.
Yep.
We're just for +3.
We're just going to kill her. Ah, no! She's left with
And
1
the
HP!
attack left at 1 hit point.
Nightmares Incarnate?
Think he might have... Nope, he doesn't have it.
No.
He doesn't, or he's holding on to it.
That's a feels bad man moment.
Actually, I don't know that it is.
Hurricane
It leaves her at 1. So
that's true.
She has to either leave and never come back, or really contest that dome in order to not get killed by a tamer.
Shilovy, you are my daughter and the one true queen. You have forgotten who you are. You must take your place in the circle of Ashen Pass.
Oh my god. I would 100% be here for a Shilovy coup of Frail's position. I 110% would be here for a Shilovy coup.
Get down with... All right, here we go. All right, we're going to attack. So Shilovy is not going to take this lying down. She is going to go ahead and attack. We've seen Yami's kneel before me, which means that Yami cannot counter kill. Is there a...
Oh,
redirect?
Strike Terror!
Ooh.
Strike Terror!
Oh no, another one of the new cards.
Gosh.
We are seeing all sorts of new cards here. So Strike Terror, let me find it for us. Go ahead and talk about this while I figure out where my Strike Terror is.
So Strike Terror is a 1 mana +0 reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Target hero gets -3 attack.
Oof.
And it looks like Shilovy's going to be doing 2 to Kichi, and that's so beautiful. Oh gosh. Oh, my little Nupton heart just grew 3 sizes that day.
You know what the ironic part about this is? Shilovy is the one that's on the Strike Terror card.
I know. It's so great. Let's see how well you strike with burnt flesh on your palms.
And your
Thank you, Kumaya, for that quote. Beautiful.
Praise the red. All right, so Shilovy is then going to go ahead and re-worship herself. So in this case, setting up potentially for that Dance of the Predator play. Kichi is down to 11, which means that the Dance of the Predator, even with a double +3, cannot flip, thanks to that excellent Strike Terror that Turbocolor used. Looks like Yami is going to go. All right, so if Dance of the Predator is not in Ian's hand, this is where Yami dies. I mean, Yami's still going to die.
No, not Yami, Shilovy. This is where Shilovy dies.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yami is attacking.
Yep, there's Dance of the Predator.
All right, so Dance of the Predator is Shilovy's ultimate here. So as we go ahead and see this, it is a reaction card, which means it will
release the spirits from Kichi.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Oh, who expected double release the spirits? Not me.
So, important to note, this does not stop Dance of the Predator, but it does stop the repeated effect here. As you can see, Dance of the Predator allows Shilovy to move 3 hexes and then deal 2 plus the flip to an adjacent enemy. Important to note, does not need to target the enemy, which means that Shilovy is able to run outside of the dome, or if she wants to stay in the dome, just run adjacent to Kichi and then deal the target damage. However, that release the spirits does prevent the damage from occurring a second time.
Oof.
All right, so this will be 2 plus the flip here. Ooh, but a +3 on the flip.
Oh.
So with that, had Strike Terror not occurred, Kichi would be dead. Kill range, yeah, and it released the spirits as well.
Oh no, Kichi wouldn't be dead, but yes, no.
You would have needed both. All right, interesting. So then we're going to worship. So unfortunately, you can dodge the attack, you cannot dodge the worship. So unless Ian has another reaction here, but given that Shilovy is out of mana, I don't know what he could do to prevent that. So the answer is nothing. So Yami is going to go ahead and worship. This will deal 1 plus a flip to Shilovy, and Shilovy does not have armor, as she is no longer shapeshifted and is not within range 3 of Brilvar. So all Davide needs here is a +1 on the flip. There it is. Dead Shilovy. Actually, he didn't even need that. Shilovy had 1 HP, so didn't even need anything.
Nope, didn't. Just needed to not flip a -1, which he doesn't have.
Correct. All right, so Korjov enters the battlefield now. Korjov does come in exhausted, but does have his 3 mana available. And, interestingly enough, Ian has a spot, 4 different hexes he can choose because the minions are crowding the tower. and so therefore Kordjov must spawn as close to the tower as possible. Interesting that he didn't put him within range 3 of Miyuki, means that he doesn't have any magic cards that are reaction that he would want to play on her. Like a Nightmares Incarnate, for example.
Oh, I would think he would save Nightmares Incarnate for one of the minions.
That's true. That is a good point. We did talk about the fact that Ian does need to be wary of Nexus Destruction. That is a good point. If you're Kordjov and you can't activate, save the mana to destroy the minion.
Yep.
Save the mana, kill the minion. Doesn't have as much.
That's the new Ashen Pass slogan right there. Save the mana, kill the minion.
All right, you heard it first. Or did they really? Because this will be going up in a delay.
You heard it. You heard it first. You heard it here first. I heard it first.
No, I heard it first.
You were the one that said it.
That's true. Yeah, because everyone else is hearing this on a delay.
Yep. Oh, that's true. You did hear it first, and then I heard it very, 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 very quickly after.
All right, this is making my brain hurt. Let's stop this train of thought.
Wait, you're still thinking?
Wow.
I've stopped thinking.
Oh. I feel hurt.
So,
all right.
So we've got Miyuki here. No, not Miyuki. Brovar. We've got Brovar here, and I think I don't know. Like maybe you skirmish out, attack, and then move back in.
I think so. Yeah, get rid of the minion. Do your part to contribute to killing the minions, and then get control of the Terror Bear.
Yep.
Also,
there's move, attack,
and a skirmish. Back in.
And a skirmish. Yep.
All right, very nice. Also, just as a brief update here, we do have the first result from round 2 up on the 2 lane above us. Corrido versus Clinton. Clinton has won with Onslaught on turn number 2. Corrido had brought Brovar, Gilbjorn, Freyhill, and Shillavi. Clinton brought Yami, Hokusai, Cytheru, and Kichi. So good game to Clinton.
Well done.
I'm happy, as Clinton is one of the people that I did pick for my fantasy draft team. So keep winning, Clinton. Good job. Not because I like you as a person, but because you supply me fantasy points. Keep going. I mean, I do like him as a person, but that's secondary to the thing.
You heard it here first, folks. RG does not like Clinton as a person.
I did not say that, sir. Please do not misinterpret what I said.
Speaking of dooms, we see a doom come in from Yuki onto Frail, and Davide over here is on 3 cards, which is a very precarious position for anyone to be in.
Yep, Doom prevents the healing, but also place a face-up card to essentially serve as a mana burn on the heroes.
Yep.
And of course, Freyhill also being marked and slowed means she probably doesn't want to move too far during her activation. So.
Okay. Oh no, she wasn't. Okay, I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Ooh, but Miyuki might be contesting that dome over there, which would be interesting. Because,
could be smart.
Well, if Miyuki goes over there and leads, Freyhill has to go into one of the dome and lead. Otherwise, Davide will get the ever-crippling double outsider activation.
So, given that this is the situation that we are sitting in, I wonder, like, yep, he's moving into the dome. So he's basically giving Ian 2 tactician points as a result. And here's why. He can't contest the dome in a way that prevents Ian from winning, or even ties it. However, Ian also only has to kill one minion in order to win the lane, and that means that especially since Davide has abandoned the lane, he's going to win the lane just off one action, which gives Frail all the time she needs to skirmish in, lead. That'll prevent that will prevent the dome from being contested effectively, unless this is a big unless Ian doesn't have a 3.
That is true.
He's got 5 cards in hand. If he doesn't have a 3 here, then it's not very. Then it can be tied or lost. We'll see here, but I do think that Davide just kind of gave Ian two points on tactician here.
Indeed. All right. So, Freyhill is going to go for the contest here.
Skirmish is going to do nothing.
Yep.
And
I assume
the lead from hand. Yep, there it is.
Right, so we do have.
So, looking at the lane, like I said, the token's going to get pushed up 1. That doesn't matter as much as the point on tactician. I'm going to go ahead and ping the minions.
Oh, yep, we do need to spawn the minions. As minions do spawn before the outsiders do get placed. Obviously, not necessarily super critical unless the Dark Vigilante is on the field, as that might block possible spawn options, but we do want to make sure that they're on the field in case the Terror of the Endless Night has some pathing issues, or potentially if a minion would have been able to spawn in a cover hex. Now, obviously, in this round, not able to do so, but always want to see if that's possible. All right, so we do see the Terror spawning right there, which means that the OG has 2 possible places to spawn, either at the very top of the dome or at the very bottom of the dome. So, Big Outsider is going to plonk right down next to Korjoff. Hello, tiny birdman. I am here to destroy you.
God, of course, the Big Outsider has a Russian accent. Why wouldn't he?
I mean, once again, we are a global game, and so we do. And so, since many of the game's regions are modeled after real life regions, obviously the Kuruma take their style from Eastern Asia. The Leothan are similar to the Nordic areas. All right, never mind. We'll worry about that later.
So close, though. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh! The Terror of the Endless Night can give himself frenzy. Oh my gosh!
Oh no! I don't think I've ever seen that application before. Bloodlust. Apply frenzy to target adjacent friendly hero. The outsiders are enemy heroes at all times, except when you're activating them.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
now that isn't what happened. That's not what happened. That would have won Clinton the game, but Ian the game, but that's not what happened. That is so ridiculous, you guys.
Is that actually a thing?
Ridiculous.
I mean, I can't see why not.
God.
That's... I can't believe that actually works.
Oh, I should have kept it to myself. I should have just kept it to myself and just kept... Don't tell anyone I said this. Don't tell it. I'm not on stream. This is a recording. Don't tell anyone I said this.
Oops.
No one's gonna watch this. No one's gonna watch this.
I hate to report this, but apparently there were some brief technical issues about 75 seconds ago. We may have lost audio from what happened just there, so they're going to come back to listening to us laughing ridiculously. What were we laughing about exactly? Oops.
Oh, we were just laughing about the
Russian
fact
accent?
that.
The outsider has a Russian accent? Yep, there we go. Great. See? We even had to set up for the save. All right, so the outsider. Real quick, though, since we are actually in a game, the outsider finally activating. As we mentioned, the outsider must spawn across the dome, which is why we didn't see it spawn in round 1. Divine Conduit, take a target-friendly hero takes a worship action. Shockwave, 0 plus the flip piercing damage. And then push 2 hexes, or draw a power card, and then 3 plus the attack. And as we did see there, Outsider did take the first action, which was to take a target-friendly worship action there. I did miss who he was using there, but it looks like Yami?
No, Kichi.
Oh, Kichi, excuse me.
Kichi is predicting something.
Okay.
Predicting stuff, yeah. A nice replication of the Silent Ambassador's ability to worship. Oh, but the big outsider gives you the ability to draw the card that you predict. So that's actually really interesting interaction.
Yes. Speaking of interesting interactions. All right, well, we are now ready to move on to round number 4, and as I recall, you predicted that this game would end with a tactician on round 4, which means in order for your prediction to hold true, Ian must defend and win 2 lanes here, and then win by the Tamer, which would actually not be your victory prediction at all, but that would prevent... You know what? Everything I just said is completely wrong. Ian has 4 tactician points. Ian needs to win 2, and then he wins by tactician.
Yep. That is correct.
I thought Ian was red for a second and had everything backwards.
It looks like Kichi is going to die from exposure, though. So...
Unlucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you go up against the terror of the, oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not Gulbjarn. Oh my god.
No!
I can't believe it's not Gulbjarn.
No, Michael, stop. You stop right now before I put you on mute. Stop it. Okay, so Yami is taking a worship action here. She did worship against Terror of the Endless Night, and so now she is doing something to Korjov. I'm not sure what. Unless she skirmished first. No. What are we doing against Korjov?
No, yeah, I think he skirmished first. I think he skirmished out. He's going to worship on Korjov. He could have just worshipped on the outsider, and it would have provided basically the same thing.
That's true, because you could have targeted the outsider and then got yourself adjacent. But unless he wants to mark Korjov for the extra damage. Yeah, yeah. Terror was marked from Kichi's Divine Conduit taking action last turn. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't believe it's not Gulbjarn. I love it. I love it so much.
I hate you
Oh my gosh.
I hate you so much. Did I schedule to cast another game with you? Because if so, we might have to do some post-hoc adjustments here. Let's see. This is where we're going to place an abuse of power. Oh, God. Round 4 with you. Yeah, we might have to change that. I can't take another game of this.
Oh, God.
Where did we all go?
Oh, and I have a break next round.
You do? Yes.
Yay.
Oh, God. So you're going to come back hypercharged. Oh.
Yes. Excited for this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so meanwhile, Yami is actually going to come and Dragon Punch. All right, let's go Dragon Punch.
Oh, that is a big hit from Yami. Yes. Let's see if Ian has a response to it.
So Dragon Punch transforms your attack into a breath range similar to the Release the Spirits, and does not require a target anymore. So this Dragon Punch is going to get 2 out of Ian's 3 minions, as well as Korjov for some big damage here. Ah, thank you. We do have an AoE. Yep. We could also just drop the AoE down and demonstrate this. So hopefully this works. Maybe. Well, now we've got a tarp over our heads because it's going to start raining. We're going to try this again. Everyone, nope, we're just laying that down to show the effect. All right. Nope, we're going to try this again. Everyone under the tarp. There we go. All right. Everyone is finally, well, now the tarp's at our feet, so I guess we're preventing ourselves from getting muddy as everyone is about to die.
Everyone's about to die. Oof.
Well, all right. So, yikes.
So kills off 2 minions, hits Korjov for 3. Pretty solid hit, I think.
Now the trick is, can we get the decal back off? No, oh no. Now we've got to remove the tarp. There we go. All right, we did it with minimal occurrence. But now the control token, everyone's nemesis, misbehaving. Oh my god. All right.
Someone get Tapeworm on the phone.
Tape. Well, I'm sure Tape is busy running between channels, serving as judge. So we'll have to just take notes and then PM bomb him later with all the things that have gone wrong in Discord. Also, worth noting, we are at about an hour for game time. Of course, players are given 70 minutes to complete the match, and then the additional 20 minutes. And after that, Daddy Ricardo comes in and speeds things up in his own way. And you won't like it if he speeds things up in his own way. So the players do have 30 minutes before that happens.
Is that what he did to you?
No. They managed to end they managed to end it like literally 3 minutes before he was about to come and send the game into overdrive. It was basically thinking. Okay, by the way, you just lose to Tamer now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Bearcat used a very nicely done Divine Conduit and an attack from the Outsider, and then proceeded to kill 2 of Gameslayer's heroes.
That'll do it.
Yep. All right, and Ian is going to lead and then attack a minion here with Korjov, realizing that he's got to stave off the attack, so deletes the minions. Did lead from the deck, so doesn't know exactly what his his lead value card is, but as Ian, I don't think has any zeros here, he's assured that is at least a value of 1, so bolstering his defense a little bit. Now, let's see. Kichi with 2 HP. So, Freyhill still... Yeah, the problem is Kichi is all the way across the map. Freyhill and Brilvar both can't really get to him. Unless Brilvar has Avalanche. At which case... Well, no, because you need to push someone in order to be effective, in order to use that to move across the... I mean, I guess you... No, that wouldn't work out. Well, I guess you could move and then start pushing Yami... in order to get closer to Kichi and then skirmish against him. So if there's an avalanche, there is the possibility that Brilvar might just kind of bully Yami around and make his way over to Kichi, but I can't remember if we saw avalanche flipped or not.
We saw avalanche flipped early.
Okay.
We haven't seen it since.
Okay.
Have not seen it since.
All right, so possibly then, maybe, if it was the end of round draw. All right, well, Kichi is going to go ahead and activate now. If Kichi is smart, he'll just stay tucked away in the dome and continue to influence that, because as of right now, he can't really get hit.
Yeah, not from Brilvar or Freyhill. Oh, a doom from Miyuki onto Brilvar.
All right, well, that prevents that play.
Oh, no, onto Freyhill.
Ooh, okay, possibly looking to block a Glacial Rebirth play. No, wait, I think we saw Glacial Rebirth, so that can't be. Possibly, maybe wants to block a Piercing Rampant Hatred. Prediction, maybe? I don't know.
Possible. Sorry, I had to talk to my significant other about the snow outside because it snowed in
is it? Okay.
Oklahoma.
Nice. We are just getting rain over here, so
I would prefer rain. It is round 4. Decree of Karumo is a thing.
yep. All right, so Decree of Karumo, where are you? There you are. Decree of Karumo, apply the marked condition to a target enemy hero. Oh, and a +3 on the flip there.
Oof.
3 damage to, I'm sorry.
Korjoff.
Yeah, 3 damage to Korjoff. And
Kichi's gonna gain a life.
Yep, Kichi does gain 1 HP whenever he damages people with skirmishes or attacks, and they are marked. So, Kichi pulling an Elton John here and screaming, "I'm still standing."
Oh, wait.
Oh, do we have a response? Ah!
No.
Okay.
No.
Yami is playing Release the Spirits.
What happened to the Decree of Karumo?
Was it withdrawn? Or did we let it resolve?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was withdrawn.
Interesting. What happened there?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that makes 2 of us. All right, and an attack action as well. +1 there brings Korjoff down to 3. Okay, so all of a sudden, fair amount of damage there. Korjoff looking a little beaten and bruised as well here.
Oh yeah, yep. Now Korjoff did spend. Oh, Korjoff presenced to potentially save the lane from being overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Miyuki could very easily finish him off the beginning of her next activation.
Yes, thank you. I did miss the presence play there. So presence, as we see here, contributes +1 extra to the control value, and then you get the predict 2 as a result. So very useful card for lane control. Again, reminder that all Ian needs to do here is win 2 control zones, and he wins the game. All right, so we now see Freyhill going to activate. Freyhill is going to skirmish, so she's coming out. Looks like she's going to potentially make an assassination attempt on Kichi.
No.
Nope, we're going after Miyuki. Interesting.
There's the 2 she needed.
Yeah, that would have allowed you to kill Kichi. Interesting.
It's probably so that he can get the tamer.
True. That is true. Well, I mean, though, if you win 2 control zones, is he only planning on winning 1 control zone?
There's the heal onto Korjoff.
Okay. Worship action allows Freyhill. Okay. Allows Freyhill to shapeshift Korjoff and give him some extra HP, and then declares an attack against the minion. Okay.
Yep.
Dead minion. All right. Well, that was Yami's. I'm sorry, not Yami. Freyhill's activation, and then she's going to move back in there to finish.
Finishing up with a move.
Yep.
So things that we can expect here include a move attack skirmish from Miyuki, or a no, we're just gonna worship. Yep, we're gonna worship on Freyhill.
Okay. Interesting. Get Freyhill to have that piercing damage.
Well, it looks like he's thinking, or maybe Pastor Ian's trying to get him to use the action buttons, which we appreciate. We appreciate all of our players using action buttons.
Yes.
They help us review games, cast games, etc., etc.
Yep.
So please be kind. Use action buttons.
Yes, I will say I have done a couple IRL games back before Italy was placed under total lockdown. It was definitely much more challenging trying to figure out what was going on without having the action buttons tell me what was going on. Also, 2 more quick updates. We have some more results rolling in here. Irvine Person versus Eric. Eric wins with Tactician. This is on the Ashen Pass. Eric wins with Tactician on turn number 4. Irvine had Kotlik, Neliklan, Tlakalli, and Zakol. Eric had brought Kordoff, Brilvar, Freyhill, and Shillavi. So congratulations to Eric. And also on the Ashen Pass, Bon versus Carbo. Carbo wins. Bon had Habarat, Kenwi, Setheru, and Kumaya. And Carbo had Miyuki, Shadris, Kichi, and Setheru. So congratulations, Carbo and Eric, on continuing your World's Quest. Also, as an update, Clinton is about to break the 100-point barrier on the fantasy leaderboard. He is currently at 98 points. Second is a distant bit away right now at 75 points by Emergency 9. Tim Pun is sitting there in third with 73. Paka and Victor tied for fourth place at 70.
All right, we're seeing a skirmish from Brilvar to hit Miyuki for 1, which is going to bounce off her armor. I think we can expect, a lead
action
from the hand.
The dome.
And worship.
Okay.
And that's going to make Miyuki attack Brilvar at the beginning of next round. No, it's going on to Freyhill. Potentially for heals? For heals.
Yes, definitely for heals.
Interesting. Okay, so in the lane, we have a tie, I think.
Ooh. Okay.
No? No, not a tie. Nope.
Oh, Kichi! Kichi had too much sake. He fell over there. He's drunk. Actually, so this game is over then.
Yeah, that's Tactician on round 4.
Yep, that is Tactician round number 4.
Wow.
Because in lane number 5, well, assuming that, okay, there we go. We're calling it right there. So congratulations, Ian does win there by Tactician. Very well played game from both Turbocolor and Ian. Good job. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, we are trying to run games continuously, so we will not be able to join them for a post-game interview, as I think we're getting ready to jump into the next round, but we would like to congratulate both of them. And good luck, Ian, as you continue your journey through the Ashen Pass bracket. Michael, thank you very much for joining me. And for all of you viewers at home, please stay tuned. Well, I guess not stay tuned, but please continue watching for more Skytear Worlds action. Thank you and have a good afternoon.